easing into it, Bob.
Yeah, right. Weldon gained 3 on the first lap. Schechter gained 3. Matos 2. Canan 2. And Di Silvestro gained 1. Good sparks coming up from the cars in turns 1 and 2.
I was really amazed as we were on board with TK looking over at Marco's car, the amount of movement he had in that car on the high side.
Side by side for 3rd position.
Scott Dixon's going to see if he can stay on the high side, but look, he drifts back. So still at this point, if you're at the front of the line, you want to fight for the bottom.
Alex Lloyd there in the white car. Boy Scouts of America number 19 is with the leaders. He's running in 6th.
And the one thing, just to finish what Jan, you touched on at the top of the show here about what we noticed with all the cars with the side pod extensions on, is last night after the warm-up, a couple drivers I talked, they said, you know what, we're going to need more grip than I thought tomorrow. So what they learned last night, they've transferred over, saying, I got to have more downforce than we thought in this car to really be stuck and get where I want on the racetrack. And one of those places where Weldon is right there on the high side of the racetrack.
Trying to get around Danica Patrick. You can see her speed there up to 214 here on the front stretch.
You can get a little bit of a side draft, but once you get here, now he's taking the long way around. So Danica should be able to exit the corner ahead, but look at the speed. You maintain more speed when you're on the high side. That helps you on the next straightaway.
And it looked, actually, even looking back at Danica when she had to stay on the bottom there, Jan, that she actually had to get out of the throttle, just crack the throttle a little
bit. Look at Alex Lloyd.
Yeah.
He's on it.
Right up there on the high side of the racetrack. Running in 5th spot now. He's gained a position.
And this is what has set the standard in recent years for IndyCar racing. Right here, this three wide as they go into the corners. I mean, we had never seen this till we came to these high-banked super speedways in the late 90s. I was part of it. And, man, when I was in this pack, all I waited for was a yellow. You get in there.
He had to lift.
Oh, he sure did
lift again.
He went down a gear. He was like, no, I don't think I want to be down there. Dario to the outside.
Franchitti trying to get the lead from Ryan Briscoe coming off.
Oh,
man.
Bob, you about choked off your chair there.
Well, I've said it time and time and again. This is heart-stopping. Take your breath racing.
And remember the speeds these guys are doing. They're doing 212 lap averages. This isn't 80 miles an hour warm-up like this. It is incredibly intense for the drivers. You know, you're racing the guy in front of you. You got somebody to the right, you got somebody behind you, and there could be 2 of them.
But the drivers are always saying, that was fun.
If you have a car that lets you go on the high side, go on the low side, they love it. And I think that's where the fan appreciation, I always hear the drivers talk about the fans here at Texas. And part of it is because the drivers have so much fun when they have a car and can do the stuff that we're seeing that's put you off your chair almost twice a couple of times.
Hey, fellas, I want you to take a look at the way Dario Franchitti's running. I've been watching his speeds at 206. Look at Scott Dixon. He's been consistently 209, 210. He's coming after his teammate.
That's a bit of the ebb and flow, depending on if you're making a move or if you're in the tow.
Wheel-to-wheel racing between Helio and Will Power. This is the 3rd consecutive race here at Texas, and Ryan Briscoe has led. Last year he led 160 laps before finishing in 2nd. IndyCar nonstop for you. You won't miss a thing at the Firestone 550 at Texas Motor Speedway. Race settling down just a little bit. We don't see side-by-side racing up front, at least. Ryan Briscoe continues to hang on the lead by about 0.2 of a second over Dario Franchitti. The first 4 cars running within a second of each other. Dixon 3rd, Power 4th, and Helio Castroneves running in the 5th position.
Well, I think right now what you really want to see from the lead pack and everybody back through what they're watching is saying, okay, what's the pace that these guys are running? And up at the front, Briscoe and Franchitti right now are running about laps of 211 miles an hour. Now, if you're further back in the draft, you know, you can suck up on those guys. You'll see bigger numbers. look at this. We got Jay Howard in early. That is, anytime they're putting the screwdriver to the rear engine cowling, not a good sign.
Down to Robbie.
And guys, Jay Howard just a moment ago radioed his pit, said he has lost power. He's going to bring it in. They're going to pull the hood off and take a look at the engine, but he's lost all power right now. He's hoping to get back out there, maybe salvage some points, but right now his day is in a big world of hurt for Jay Howard.
And of course, the Sarah Fisher Racing Team, Jay did not make the Indianapolis 500. And Alex Lloyd is right there in the thick of things, isn't he? He's running in 6th material position between Helio and Andretti. We're on board with Dario Franchitti, who is running 2nd, but getting a challenge from 3rd place, Scott Dixon. So guys, what's it like to race here at Texas?
You know, it's a tough race. It's very flat out. It's very close. To try and gain anything, you have to be very close to your competitor to try and get around the outside or whatever it is, and maybe a bit of intimidation with some wheels getting in there. I don't know, like, it's
you wouldn't
such
do
a,
that, would you, Dick?
well, you know, not too often. Not to my teammate, of course, but
thanks, mate.
you know, it's cool to have races under the lights, and Texas for me, I think, was the first race I ever did on the lights on an oval, and it definitely adds to the action and being able to see how fast the cars are.
I think Texas is one of those ones that the fans really love, and the drivers love it when they get out of there in one piece, because it's so intense out there, and there's so little margin for error, and it can be scary at times, but it's definitely a fan favorite.
And Dario lets a car drift up there a little bit. He was certainly not on the line, the shortest distance around here on that lap. Meanwhile, back in the pack, we've still got side-by-side racing. Danica Patrick is alongside E.J. Viso, and they are wheel to wheel.
Dario did a great job of really summing up what this track is all about. It's intense, the fans love it, and the whole thing.
And it does pick up a little different character when it does get dark. When you lose that ambient light and the track temperature changes, I love when it gets dark and you get into the true night racing portion. It's awesome.
And what I tell everybody is you got to come to Texas at night, because during the day, we just watch these cars go around and you get mesmerized and say, oh, they're not that fast. But when you come watch them at night, it really gives you a great sense of what the speed is.
The light shining off the cars, it is incredible. We're in for that here in just a few minutes. Ryan Briscoe leads over Dario Franchitti at Texas Motor Speedway.
The Firestone 550 on Versus is presented.
Start your engine!
And they do give the green flag this time. The Apex Brazil green flag waves, and we are racing at Texas. We are back at Texas Motor Speedway. Ryan Briscoe is still leading. You saw a lot of good side-by-side racing in our non-stop as the leader approaches the slower traffic. Will Power took over 2nd position from Dario Franchitti, and Danica is on the move.
Wow. And that's P5, so we just saw her go by Lloyd as well as Helio, and pulling away, mind you. He's not just tucking in behind saying, I'm going to stay right on your tail. She's going.
When she went by Weldon, we went on board with Weldon, you can hear him lifting. Some people are picking up pushes in the corners. Obviously, she is not. She's maintaining her speed. Other people are dropping off.
And as I indicated, the front pack now coming up on some of the slower traffic to put laps on them. Justin Wilson goes a lap down quickly, so does Sarah Fisher. So what are we looking for in terms of first pit stops, guys?
Lap 55 is what I show at the moment as when, if you're stretching it, they could certainly stop prior to that. The window is already open. So if you were to have a caution now, everyone would dive on pit road. Or if you had a really, really bad handling issue, you could pit now and take a risk that it'll stay green and fix it early.
Well, that may not be a risk, because if your handling is going away and you're off the pace by a half a second, you know, lap after lap, it's like, hey guys, get me in and fix my car and make it better.
Weldon trying to get to the inside of Helio Castroneves. Panther Racing, for which well in his racing, has 5 wins here at Texas with drivers Scott Goodyear, Sam Hornish